Yo guys, what's going on? It's Dcroft here, and I want to go over what I think the best theme team and just overall team is currently in Madden. You guys are going to see that I did end up going 25-0 using this team, so anybody can win with it. Whether you're an amazing player or a player that's trying to become really, really good in Weekend League. Anybody can win with this team. So let me just break down the team and show you guys what I did. So I think the first thing to know about this team, what I would strongly recommend if you guys can afford it, is to get this 50 out of 50 Buccaneers theme team. The reason why is because the Bucs have so many good players. You guys are going to see Jordan Shipley. You're going to have people like Devin Hester who you can turn into a buck. Joey Galloway is so good. And then I think defensively is what makes it so good too, because you have people like Philip Buchanan, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Darrelle Revis. Essentially the fastest DBs and receivers that you can have in this game. So specifically, I like Daniel Jones right now in MUT. I do think he's the best quarterback. If you guys look at one of the reasons why he's the best quarterback is because of that 86 speed, good throw accuracy across the board, but then he does also have that 90 throw power, which I think is super essential. When looking at any quarterback, I think that 90 throw power, the higher the throw power, the more inclined I will always be to use that quarterback. And then when you look at the receivers too, another thing to mention too is this is a very expensive thing to do, and I do personally have it right now. It is the strategy card, so I do get +2 speed on all my wide receivers and then all of my DBs. It probably honestly cost me like around 2.5 million to be able to get all those cards. So if you have the coins to waste, I'd recommend trying to get those. But if not, I don't know how essential they really are currently. But you guys are going to see I have all those activated, essentially giving me +4 speed to all of my wide receivers. So you guys are going to see right here, my Devin Hester is 94 speed with great route running across the board. And then this Jordan Shipley is also going to be 93 speed. Then the big card and the reason why I love this team so much is because of this Joey Galloway. This Joey Galloway is 96 speed. There's not a DB that can keep up with him right now. He is clearly the fastest card in the game. You guys saw from that gameplay of Joey Galloway how much of a difference maker this guy can be, and I would just strongly recommend to get him on your teams. Now, you guys might be wondering, why am I starting Giovanni Bernard? Why am I starting Alex Kappa? The reason why I'm doing this is because I just want to make sure I hit that 50 bucks, but we do have backups that I play there. So Ryan Jensen in game, I end up just subbing to play right guard, and he does have post up. The two weak points in this team, I guess, would be your two guards. It's kind of meh, honestly. I'm fine with it. I don't have a huge issue with it. You put post up on them, they block okay. And then Giovanni Bernard. You guys are thinking, okay, why do you have a gold halfback? In game, I put George Kittle as my tight end, and then I just put Reggie Bush as my halfback. Giovanni Bernard, OJ Howard, they don't see my field at all. I just sub George Kittle and Reggie Bush in game. Now, on defense, let me show you guys my playbooks here so I can show you guys what I run on defense too. I run multiple defense right now, and then I also run the Patriots offense spread playbook. You guys are going to see on defense, being in that multiple playbook, I like to run 3-3-5 normal to 2-3-5 wide, just to be able to get those safeties at outside linebacker. So right now, my two outside linebackers are Cam Chancellor and Minka Fitzpatrick. I would strongly recommend with these two guys, that you do probably end up using DJ Swearinger if you guys can get him. It's somebody I'll probably end up replacing him with just because he is the same speed as Minka Fitzpatrick on this Bucs theme team, and it'll give you that extra Buccaneers player right here, so I could essentially just sub out one of my non-Bucs to play him. Then Morig is my user. One player I will probably end up getting is Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor looks crazy in this game. I'll probably just end up replacing with Morig after this video is done. Now for the DBs, and another reason why I really like this team is because you do have two 94 speed DBs between Darrelle Revis and Philip Buchanan. I think it's what makes this team so good is because you just have the good corners to go with this team. And you guys might be thinking, okay, you play Sean Murphy-Bunting in the slot though. I actually love this Sean Murphy-Bunting card. His stats really aren't that good. You guys are going to see he has 81 man coverage right here and 79 zone coverage. But this card really is just insane for me. Not sure what it is. Maybe it's his height. He is a little bit taller, at 6 foot. But this card is just so good for me. Don't know why. He probably made the most plays out of any of my DBs this past weekend. So I would strongly recommend into getting him too. And then obviously my KJ Wright, not my KJ Wright, other Seahawks go, Cam Chancellor, still a little bit slow. He has 90 speed right now. We're still working our way onto powering him all the way up. I basically have all these ones done. The reason why I'm still kind of just waiting to get him up is because I still need probably like 11 more, 12 more of my daily objectives to be able to get him to that 95 overall. So I'm just kind of waiting. 90 speed is fine for now before any major tournament does end up coming up. Now you guys are probably wondering, okay, what about your defensive line? Your defensive line, with Shaquille Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul, Warren Sapp does look good, but this defensive line looks pretty bad. So when you guys are ever making a team, you guys will essentially get 3 extra slots to be able to put players in your specialist positions. You guys are going to see in the top right here that positions, and then underneath of it, base, I have 55 out of 55 players. So I essentially have 3 players that I can use that aren't Bucks and put them here. So my first one is Antro Roll. I play Antro Roll at safety with Ed Reed. And then for my 2 defensive linemen, you guys are going to see I do end up playing Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware at right end and left end. So you guys are going to see right here, this is my defensive line that I do like using. If I ever go to a 4D line set, I do just put this Vita Vea in. Not the greatest card, honestly, pretty slow. I could probably upgrade him to a better Vita Vea, but he rarely ever sees my field, so it's not really that big of a deal for me. But you guys are going to see here too, at the time I'm recording this, they did just drop the Ultimate Kickoff promo, and we are about to start Weekend League here for this upcoming week. The cards that I will probably end up getting for this upcoming week will be this Sean Taylor. You guys are going to see this Sean Taylor is one of the best cards within all of the game. So if you guys look right here, this Sean Taylor really is crazy. He's a much better player than Morrig. On my team, after I power him up, he will be up to 94 speed too. We'll probably just end up playing him at safety because he has that high zone. And the other card that I'm actually not going to end up getting, though, that did come out that was noticeable to me, it is going to be this Calvin Johnson. But if you guys honestly just compare this Calvin Johnson to the receivers that I currently have on my team, I just don't really think he's better, honestly, than any of the receivers that I currently have, which is kind of crazy to think about. One of the best receivers of our generation not being better than the ones I have. But, speed is obviously so important within Madden. And, once you account for the +4 speed that all my receivers are getting, I just want the speed on these receivers. Calvin is going to have, that deep route running, that spec catch, and just the overall height of being 6'5". But I just think that the speed is so much more important. And obviously, all 3 of these receivers that I have, once you add that +4 speed to them, are just going to be faster. So let me know what you guys would do with my team too. Any type of updates that you guys think I would need with my team. I think for the most part, honestly, that, right now, I think this is as good as a team as you can get. I'm going to buy DJ Swearinger just to play linebacker for me here too. So I'll have that 1 extra buck spot. I'll probably just end up upgrading one of my guards so it's a little bit better. The other thing I could potentially do is I could just upgrade my kicker. It would give me probably like an extra 5 yards on field goals and stuff. So that is something I could potentially do. But those are probably the 2 big things that I could update with my team. The reason why I don't get the limited Devin White is I just wouldn't play him, honestly. He wouldn't see my field. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this team. If you guys think I should be using a different theme team, let me know. Obviously, a ton of new cards come out on a weekly basis, so theme teams do really change around all the time. But I hope this video was able to be helpful for you guys just to see, what a pro player uses as his team. And I will see you guys next time.